Hey everyone, Gaming with Debbie here. Welcome back to Project Eden's Garden. We're going to dive right into it. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos. Now, let's get started. Okay, last time, we need to find that guy in that room. So let's go. As soon as I was out of the water, I threw on my socks and shoes and ran straight to the door. Upon leaving the room, I was greeted with an equally derelict hallway. The walls and floor were an old, matted color with nothing else to them. No wall decor, no windows, no life whatsoever. However, there was one thing that stood out. At the very end of the hallway, where the corridor took a sharp turn, was what looked to be sunlight hitting the wall. Does that mean there's an exit right around that corner?
Hang on.
Don't go running off without me.
Huh?
I've already inspected the rooms in this hallway, so you can just ignore them. When did you do that?
You see?
While you were asleep. You weren't waking up, despite my best efforts, so I decided to investigate on my own. Hang on, your best efforts.
So...
Poking you in the face, dragging you by the feet. I even bridal carried you at one point. Not sure I can believe that.
Listen to me.
Anyway, I haven't checked what's upstairs. I didn't walk too far from where you were lying.
Come again?
You didn't think to get help?
No.
You were obviously breathing.
Really?
That doesn't answer the question. You only started to wake up after I returned from my search. How does that get in the way of finding help? Unless she didn't want to leave me here alone? I can't figure her out at all.
Moving on.
This floor didn't turn up anything useful, by the way. The room were just a bunch of storage closets, completely dilapidated, filled with random stuff. That was the case for every room.
It's the truth.
If you don't believe me, you can check for yourself. As my great-grandmother's brother's friend's motivational calendar once said, you can't progress if you don't have the will to move. Okay, let's just skip this bit and have a look one of the room ourselves. The room was almost identical to what Ava had described earlier. There was no real organization or meaning to anything. It was just filled with completely random crap. What did I tell you?
I see.
It's definitely a messy place. Yes, that's right. Let's move on now. I should probably listen to her. There was no reason for me to look inside this room, especially when we might have found help. Okay, nothing to look at, so let's just get out of here. And now, to find the stairs. The upper floor was a lot better condition than the one below, but that wasn't saying much. Water stains covered some parts of the walls and ceiling. I could only guess a pipe had broken and started leaking. There didn't seem to be any mold, at the very least.
So...
The room with the unconscious man should be above and adjacent to that boiler room. That means it must be on the other side of this hallway, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Given we walked away from the boiler room to get here. Alright, let's investigate. It was a portrait of a girl in a creepy mask. Looking at it for too long is just gonna freak me out. Okay. How about this room?
There must be something.
No.
This is definitely not the room with the man. It's too close to the stairs.
Right.
Okay, let's just search around. I've seen this painting before. Well, the version without the mask. It was ages ago, during middle school, I think. My class visited a really fancy museum. All this time, I've been remembering the man as a jester. He doesn't even have the right clothes. It's locked. Sheesh, owls always gave me the creeps. This is definitely not the right way. Whatever bird this mask is supposed to resemble, it's a freaky looking one. A fancy looking woman wearing a crow mask, not something you see every day. This must be edgy modern art or something. This must be the room. Taking a deep breath, I pushed open the large doors. Wow, this is a pretty stylish looking place. It's a lot better maintained than the rest of the building. Okay, the vent should probably be.
Oi!
Huh?
Before I had a chance to react, the woman drove her fist directly into the side of my head. Who the hell are you? What the? Who the hell are you?
Damn it.
Crap, why did you just hit me? I'm not gonna embrace a stranger's open arms. You could have been a murderer. So your instinct to attack everything you see. Hey, I've already spared one guy in this suit. I'm not letting my guard down a second time.
Huh?
A guy in a suit? There he is.
Eh? Hello.
This guy, the outfit he's wearing.
So...
We've met before, haven't we?
Curious.
I was about to say, I recall seeing your faces on the train. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the two you were standing next to each other. Do you guys know each other? Not at all. We only formally met a few minutes ago. Oh,
Anyways.
well, you were still knocked out by that sleeping gas stuff, right?
Soybean!
Don't remind me. Soybean?
Come again?
What?
Ugh.
Yeah, that's right. I said it. You're a soybean, just like this loser next to me. I disagree, but we should focus on what happened on the train. I don't know what the hell happened, but 1 second I was on the train, the next I was surrounded by total darkness. The place was like a solitary confinement chamber. I thought I was gonna suffocate in there. What are you talking about?
See that?
See that pantry over there? Yeah. Turns out the door was unlocked. You were
Jeez.
inside that pantry. When she kicked open the door, I nearly jumped out of my skin. What the hell are you doing while she was in there? Waking up.
Ugh.
Isn't it unfair? I got stuffed in some tiny pantry while this guy had the entire floor to himself. Whoever's responsible for this must have been jealous of my talent. You won't believe how many jealous people turn violent in this industry.
Eh?
Industry?
Hey?
What's with the dumb face? You know who I am, right? Was I supposed to? Uncultured swine.
My name's Grace Madison, ultimate golfer. Don't forget it, soybean.
I
The
see.
ultimate golfer, of course. Since the two of you were on that train, that means you're ultimates as well. What about you? Can you tell me your ultimate talent?
I'm Wolfgang Akere, the ultimate lawyer. Here's my card.
The debater and the lawyer. That would be interesting. A lawyer? It's way better than being a golfer, but for such a young-looking guy, I didn't expect him to have a talent like that. His age must be part of what makes him an ultimate.
Pardon me.
You look confused. I'm not
I-
confused. I look too young. Is that what you think?
I understand.
I get it a lot. Even Ms. Madison said it.
Whatever you say.
Because it's true.
Hold on.
Well, don't you think the same can be said for yourself? I'm not wise in the way of sports, but I've always had the impression golf was an old man's business. Not that young woman shouldn't take the reins. The sport's probably in need of a revival. It's a tough industry, but that's because we gotta fight for recognition, not sit around for 7 years and do F all. Sounds like the average high schooler, now that I think about it. Hey, how old were you when you started college?
No.
That's personal
thank
information I don't intend to disclose. You're a piece of work, aren't you? What happened to talking about the train? These guys seriously have their priorities skewed. So, you have them too.
Huh?
Look,
We're all wearing the same wrist straps. Really? You were busy talking, so I figured you wouldn't notice unless I pointed it out.
eh?
Wrist strap, you say? These things are more like mini shot collars.
By the way...
Those aren't mutually exclusive. I heard you the first time.
Well,
So you tried taking it off, did you?
yes.
Yep, same with you. Actually, it was me who tried taking it off. The stupid thing zapped me when I did.
Let's see...
I suspected it wasn't unique to Miss Madison, though I hadn't tried removing the strap myself.
Strange.
Equipping everyone with a strap that shocks them. What could justify doing something like that? Well, what's the purpose behind these straps?
Soybean!
Are you daft? It's to shock us. The thing is, we seem to receive a shock that we try to remove it.
How can this
So,
be?
why aren't we allowed to remove these wrist straps? What I want to know is, who even put these things on us? The answers to those questions might be something we have to figure out ourselves. It doesn't make sense for me to be abducted and taken somewhere I don't know, surrounded by a bunch of strangers, and forced to figure out why. It doesn't make any sense. Why is it happening?
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello?
Are you talking to me?
No.
No. Look behind you. Huh? Confused, I turned around to see what had captured everyone's attention. For a second, I thought I was seeing things. Peeking at us from the corridor was a small girl. Who are you?
Is that
What the? Is that a gremlin?
Miss Madison!
Miss Madison, you'll scare her if you shout like that. The girl had left her position by the corridor and slid into the room. Now I can see for certain that she was a kid. What the hell? Why is there a kid here?
For your information,
For your information, I am not a gremlin. Did your mother never teach you manners? It's rude to backtalk strangers you haven't met. No way. The gremlin can talk. I just told you, I'm not a gremlin. If we must make comparisons, I'd rather you liken me to something more elegant. For example, a kappa.
Really?
That's not much better.
Be careful.
Please be careful when you say to her, this girl seems awfully young.
Can't you see?
She doesn't seem young, she is young. What's going on here? Why is there a child wandering around? You know, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure I also saw you on the train. You were hidden behind some other people, so you were pretty hard to see. I assumed you were sitting down or something. It didn't even cross my mind that you might have been an actual kid. Cowering behind a bunch of strangers, figures I didn't see it. Still, what the hell was it even doing on that train? That's what I'm wondering. A kid's got no business with people like us. I do not appreciate your misguided comments about my age. I am a professional, just like the rest of you.
No.
You mean, you're an ultimate?
Is that really true?
I didn't think children could qualify as ultimates.
I am
Must
an
I keep
ultimate.
repeating myself? I'm not a child, I'm a professional.
Jeez.
Well, what is it that you're so good at? So you desire to know my talent, do you? Normally, I'd decline further conversation with rude people like you. But given our circumstances, I shall be sanguine on the matter.
I am Toshiko Kaira, the ultimate matchmaker. Nice to meet you, I suppose.
That's...
A matchmaker? Aren't you a bit young for something like that?
Get a
The
grip!
gremlin's obviously lying about having a talent. I bet it snuck its way onto the train because it saw all the commotion. Now the little rat is stuck with us.
Look at what you've done.
Now look at what you've done. You've made her upset. Upset?
Of course not.
Of course not. I know better than to take a gremlin seriously.
Oi!
Don't think you just used my own insult against me.
Miss Madison.
Grace. What?
Moving on.
So if I have things right, all 5 of us were on that train. What about the other people who boarded it? Do you think they've been kidnapped as well?
Indeed.
That is correct. Apart from us, there are 11 other people. 11, counting us, that makes 16.
Correct.
That's the same number of people who are on the train.
Quite
I've become well acquainted with them.
Filthy.
The only person I've been avoiding is the frustrating boy I woke up with. You wouldn't believe his manners. And she also woke up with another person. I'm starting to see a pattern here, as does everyone else.
I suppose.
Speaking of, would you like to meet the others? I think they should know about you 4.
Very well.
That would be helpful, yes. Very well. I shall serve as your guide as we embark on this new journey.
Take
Don't
this
sound so
seriously.
happy about this. This is a kidnapping, not a college orientation. Then again, it's not like I would go to most orientations willingly. Maybe those 2 events aren't that different after all.
Well,
Where are the others right now? Obviously, they are outside this building. There's an exit not too far from here. Follow me.
It's for the
She
best.
seems to know more than us. It wouldn't hurt to entertain her. Let's see what this thing has up its sleeve. Outside this building. So there's even more to this place than we've already seen? Are there other buildings just like this one? Exactly how big of an area we exploring? Standing here won't give me an answer. I should find the exit already. Before we do, we going to look at this room. Okay. More creepy paintings, sofa, kitchen, and pantry. Let's check them. Forget about the mask. What's that weasel-looking thing? This was where that loud golfer girl Grace woke up. It would have been funnier if she was shoved into the refrigerator instead. Like the rest of the room, the kitchen looked really nice. It was clean and fully equipped with utensils, and the cupboards were stocked with all kinds of food. The question is, who is the kitchen even for? It can't be for us, can it? Talk about the stuff of nightmares. Is she supposed to be a hyena? The ears are really big though. Maybe it's a wild dog. Whatever. I'm wasting my time here. This painting was one I recognized. I'm pretty sure my high school team had to research it for debate. Whatever we were trying to argue, I scrubbed it from memory. Needed to make room for the next debate somehow. One thing's for sure, the woman in the painting didn't wear a mask. And the liquid she's pouring, it definitely wasn't blood. Through the gaps in the vent, I saw the boiler room I woke up in. If I listen closely, I can even hear the whir of the generator. That might be why they installed a vent here. They didn't want too much moisture forming on that generator. The woman's mask bore the unmistakable nose and horns of giraffe. Definitely not a live one though. It's a comfy looking sofa. If I sit down, I might not be able to get back up. Better refrain for now. Looks like the others are gone. Whatever, I work better alone. He's so much taller than me.
Trust in the
Miss
process.
Kaiyur seems well acquainted with the layout of this building. We should follow her directions for now.
Soybean.
About time you arrived. Soybean, can you not call me that? You are late.
Huh?
You're waiting?
Oi!
Only cause the gremlin insisted. I didn't even realize you fell behind until she said something. I'm ashamed to say the same.
Well,
By the way, what are the others doing right now? Exploring something else, probably. You don't sound very sure of yourself.
filthy.
They had the nerve to tell me to stay put while they inspected the area. If they don't want me exploring, then I suppose I'll explore by myself. Alright, sounds like you just wanted to show off.
Are you
Who
done
cares
yet?
about that? The guy's here now. Let's go already. Yes, and then the others will realize their foolishness. Onwards, to the great outdoors. The little girl turned to face the door, but instead of pushing it open, she reached for a lock I hadn't even noticed before. The door opened with a long, shrill creak, and we finally saw what was waiting outside. Standing before us, bathing in sunlight, was a massive Romanesque courtyard. Finally, some sunlight.
Damn.
This courtyard, I wonder if we can escape by climbing over the hedges. The hedges are tall, but if we try looking for a rope,
Hold on.
I doubt it's that easy. The devices we're wearing will probably shock us. Let's see if you're right. Go
Soybean.
on, Soybean. Climb the hedge.
Stop.
What the?
No.
Unfortunately, it's pointless to climb the hedges. How do you know? If you take a closer look at the sky, you should understand.
Huh?
The sky? Yes. Do you see anything strange? Anything strange? No, there's nothing standing out to. Wait. Huh? As my eyes tried to adjust the glare of the sun, I noticed it. The shape of the clouds weren't normal at all. No, it's almost as if they were concave. The sky is curving inwards.
How can this be?
Could it be? Are we looking at a hologram?
Come
Of this
on.
size? No way. This has gotta be a 360 projection or something. You mean, the sky
That's-
we're looking at is actually a video panorama. It sounded completely ridiculous when said out loud, but at the same time, it made too much sense. If this is a 360-degree projection, wouldn't that mean we're inside some sort of dome? Such is the truth I have long recognized. That's...
Come off the
Wait,
grass.
you knew this sky was fake? Why do you call this dump yard the great outdoors? It was for dramatic effect. In truth, I haven't seen natural sunlight since the moment I woke up here.
A cause for concern.
No sunlight? You really didn't see any windows in this building?
No.
No, none at all. No windows means no oxygen. We might be suffocating as we speak. We've survived this long. I think we'll be okay.
Hey,
You are acting way too nonchalant. Doesn't this place bother you at all? It's a dome with a fake sky that's like something out of a movie.
So...
Maybe whoever brought us here wanted to recreate the feeling of being outside, in lieu of actually letting us outside. Sure, if you want to make broad assumptions.
You see?
In a situation like this, making assumptions is all you can really do.
fair.
Whether or not the sky is a projection, it's not something we can do much about. For now, we should remain focused on meeting the other students. Huh? Above the inane chatter, I heard a quiet, high-pitched noise, sort of like a mouse's squeak. It was so unlike the current conversation, it automatically stood out. Hey, can you guys stop talking for a second? Is there a problem?
Yeah.
Do you hear that?
Eh?
Hear what? It almost sounds like whimpering.
Strike me pink.
Wait, I just heard it.
Oi, you.
Who the hell is crying? Quit hiding and come talk to us. Do ignore the shrew. Her bark is worse than her bite. Who are you calling a shrew? The crying seemed to have stopped, but whoever it was refused to come out. Can we just leave them be? If they don't want help, it's not our issue.
Goodness!
Don't be so heartless. This could be someone in need.
Be careful.
To the girl that is crying, please excuse my friend here. None of us are trying to hurt you, so I think you should come out. Hiding will only make you more scared.
You think?
Do you really think that's going to convince them?
Eh?
Hello, I wasn't,
Hello.
How about you tell us your name first?
Eloise Tellner. I'm the ultimate fencer. It's really nice to meet you all, even if it doesn't seem like it.
Ultimate fencer, was it?
Strange.
That's strange. Someone who's prolific at fighting shouldn't have reason to hide from people.
That's not...
Actually, it doesn't focus on much on courage as people think. The key fencing is the ability to predict your opponent's moves, along with having the agility to avoid them. Acting brash may get you the first move, but it's a steady, analytical mind that secures the win. That's kind of impressive.
Thank you.
I get really excited when it comes to the subject, so I can't help but gush.
Listen to me.
But I have to ask, why were you hiding from us? She stood there quietly, deep in thought.
Okay.
When I woke up, I had no idea where I was or why I was here.
Kind of like...
There were several strangers around me. They were all so panicked as well. I felt like a mouse caught in a trap. Everything around me was so suffocating. That's why I ran away immediately. I really don't like it when people can see me like that. I can't even call my mom. My phone wasn't on me when I came to.
I understand.
It's any reassurance, it seems my friends and I are in the same situation.
Seriously?
That's probably the last thing she wants to hear. And since when are we friends?
Well?
Was there anyone with you when you woke up? Yes, but I didn't get to talk to them before I went into flight mode. Sorry. So this girl is just as clueless as us. And it seems she also passed out on that train. Damn it. What the hell is going on here? Were you the only people in that building, by the way? Miss Kayura is currently introducing us to everyone. Would you like to join?
Maybe...
I think I want to stay where I am.
Very well.
Very well. When I meet the others, I'll tell them to gather here. That way you won't be alone. Also, if everyone's together, we can discuss our next course of action. Yeah, I'll wait here if it makes things easier for everyone.
Many thanks.
Many thanks, Miss Tallner. Compared to before, she looked a lot calmer. Wolfgang knew how to handle the situation pretty well. Or maybe he just knows how to handle people in general. I guess it's admirable. I'll talk to everybody again.
Strange.
While I agree this sky is most likely a video projection, why would someone want to create a fake sky in the first place?
Curious.
Such a strange place, this courtyard. Of the 11 students I mentioned before, 5 of them awoke in this courtyard. I also woke up here. That makes a group of 6. If everyone was split into pairs, it would check out. Similar to you, the surrounding sky gave us hope of a world beyond the courtyard walls. But no sooner after we fell for the dome's illusion, did the cracks begin to show. I've no doubt that was the intention of this place. Inspiring hope in order to crush it. Clearly, we are witnessing the machination of a dastardly villain. Her point could have been made in a lot fewer words. I'll talk to Grace next. A fake sky, a huge dome. It's like something off the set of a reality show. If it turns out we're being forced to take part in one. Forced to take part in a reality show? I seriously doubt that. Reality shows have pretty questionable ethics, but I've never heard of one kidnapping its contestants before. Okay, let's talk to Aloys. I'll stand guard while you find the others. I can see someone over there. A guy was leaning against the hedge with his hands in his pockets.
Nice.
Looks like you found some friends.
Indeed.
Why don't you say hello? He looked at us and waved. I resisted the urge to wave back.
Pay attention!
Have you no manners? Talk to them.
All good.
All right, my bad. Clearly amused, he stood up straight and faced us.
Don't worry about it.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to act like an idiot. Today's just been all over the place for me. Not an excuse, I know.
I suppose.
We can forgive you if you give us your name. Easy enough.
I'm Desmond Hall. They call me the ultimate marksman.
Hear me out.
A marksman, eh? That must mean you're really good at shooting stuff, right?
Right.
That's right. I have a really good eye for my targets. Guns, bows, slingshots, you name it, I've hit bullseyes with it.
Hold on.
With all those weapons, I must ask. You haven't killed anyone, have you?
Whoa!
Never. I realize my talents may leave some people on edge, but I only practice on stationary targets. Moving targets are really outside of my comfort zone.
Believe me.
I've never taken a human life.
I see.
Good to know. For such a serious question, he composed himself pretty quickly. Guess this guy knows how to keep his cool.
So...
Where's your partner? We all had one to my knowledge. Oh, you mean the pirate guy? He was, well... He was fine, harmless, for the most part. Just a little too extreme for me to be around. In situations like this, I prefer to keep to myself. I know that sounds less cooperative, but, you know. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oi!
Wait just a second.
You alright?
Huh?
You...
Did you just say a pirate? It sounds dumb, I know. I wouldn't buy it either if I hadn't spoken to the guy myself. It's gonna be that one freaky dude on the train, right? The buff one with the dragon tattoo?
Yup.
That's your man. He went through the door over there, so... I gotta see him.
Totally.
You have fun with that. Just saying, the guy's a little out there.
By the way...
Desmond, do you see that girl in the great uniform over there? I told her I'm going to bring everyone here. I think it's important we discuss the current situation as a group. Could you give her some company while I'm gone?
Easy enough.
Oh, sure thing. The others are an odd bunch, so good luck convincing them. He may act casual, but the ultimate marksman must take a lot of diligence. Always keeping a steady hand, always thinking on your feet. There's probably a lot to learn from someone like that. Everyone else must be in the building up ahead. Perhaps you're discussing something.
My.
Let's head over and find out, shall we? Alright you guys, I'm going to end it here, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you want me to continue, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell, and see you in the next one.